Switch is a single broadcast domain device. Switch is a what do you mean by broadcast? Broadcast means send this thing to all, right? Broadcast means send this particular thing to all, right?
Yeah.
So let's say if a if if D wants to communicate with E and don't know the MAC address of E, it will broadcast the frame, right? It will broadcast the frame, and when switch receives the broadcast frame, it will forward the broadcast frame to all other ports. So it means from broadcast point of view, every port are in a same group. So switch is a single broadcast domain device.
Yeah. So one thing.
Yes.
When it broadcasts, like if it's another switches are connected to the ports,
Yes.
they also
Yeah.
broadcast, right?
Yeah. They are also broadcast.
Uh,
Okay. So they are also broadcast. Okay. So from broadcast point of view, every port of switch are in a same group. Okay. So switch is a single broadcast domain device.
yeah.
But from collision point of view, it is a multiple collision domain device. Switch does not forward the collision receive on one port to another port. Let's say hub is connected over here and it gets collision. That collision frame will go to G, H, F and 4. So switch is an intelligent. It will detect that it is a collide frame. Right. It is a collide frame and it will not forward to any other port. So it means every port is a member of different collision domain. Got it? In
Okay.
short, if switch receives a collide frame on one port, it will not going to send the same frame to other port. So from collision point of view, switch is a multiple collision domain device. From broadcast point of view, switch is a single broadcast domain device. Is it clear for you?
So the collision wave of point, it will be multiple collision, isn't it?
Yes, it is a multiple collision domain device.
Multiple collision domain,
Yes.
and broadcast, it would be one
Yeah,
single.
it will be from single broadcast point of view. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is all about the switch. So Dennis, are you from originally from Australia or from any other country also?
From Sri Lanka.
Okay, okay. So that is why your tone, like, I have a Sri Lankan student also. Your tone is like Sri Lankan type, but good.
Okay.
Yes. All right, then. So till here you understand till switch.
Yeah.
And one more thing, Sri Lanka is very nice place to go with the families and all. Like beaches are very good and environment is also so clean, like so clean. It is very good country, Sri
Okay.
Lanka.
Have you been there?
No, I've not been. I've seen the photos and videos. It is a very nice place to go on vacation with the families.
Um,
It is very clean. Yes.
yeah, some of the beaches are clean, but I think um,
Okay.
yeah, a lot of beaches in north and west were untouched yet. So
Okay.
um, yeah.
Because here in India, the Sri Lanka is also a tourist place for Indians.
Okay.
They are going with the families and all.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So this is the theory of switch, which you can pause the slide and in video and you can just read the points and all. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the next device is router. Router is also a networking device. Router communicates in different networks, right?
Yeah.
And this is how router look like. Router is not in a round shape. To explain, we make a symbol round to differentiate between switch and router. But in real time, router look like this. Okay. So
Yeah.
to make you understand what is the router, all right. First, I have to explain you how communication take place in different networks in man and WAN. Okay.
Yeah.
In man and WAN, how it take place. All right. So let's understand the scenario first. So let's say I am from India and you are from Australia. My computer IP address is 10001 and this is my MAC address AA. In Australia, another network is running 192.168.1.1 and this is your MAC address, your PC MAC address, right?
Yeah.
Now I want to communicate with you. So you are in different country and I am in different country, right?
Yeah.
So we both have to connect on WAN.
WAN.
So
Yeah.
what I will do, see we both purchase the link from service provider. I connect to my India service provider. You connect to your US service provider or Australia service provider, right?
Yeah.
So we both added a router because if you want to communicate in different networks, you have to use a gateway device called router.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is why I have added a router instead of switch. All right. Now, so first of all, if you want to communicate in another network, so point number one, if you want to communicate in another network, the point number one is you have to connect a gateway device which is a router, right?
Yes.
Point number two, you have to give additional IP address which is called default gateway, right? Default
Uh,
gateway, default
so
gateway we
that's
have to configure, yes.
that's the first number of the network, isn't it? Subnet.
Yeah,
Subnet.
you can that is the first mostly it is the first number of subnet, but you can keep any number.
Okay.
Why we are keeping the first number? So that it cannot conflict with any another IP. Okay.
Uh, yeah.
Instead of that, you can use any another number also. So we will give the default gateway, and what is default gateway? It is the IP address of your router.
IP address of the router. Yeah.
Yeah, the IP address of the router comes in default gateway. In this case, I have given 10.0.0.100. See, this is not the first number. First number I have given to PC. So it is not compulsory that in default gateway the first IP address will come.
Okay.
Okay. So it is
Mm.
not compulsory. All right.
Mm.
Similarly, in USA also you also want to communicate in different network. So you also configure the default gateway, which is the IP address of your router. Right.
Yeah.
Now in between service provider is also there, and please listen carefully about this topology because
Yeah.
the first practical which we are going to configure in Cisco Packet Tracer, we are going to configure this topology only. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in between the service provider network is there. So service provider is using 172 network series.
Mm.
So it means in India, 10 network is running. In USA, 192 network is running. Service provider is using 172 network range. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is our network. Now what happens? Switch maintains the MAC table to take forwarding decision. Right.
Mm-hmm.
In the same way, in the same way, router maintains the routing table. Is
Yeah.
like this. So router maintains the routing table in which by default directly connected network routes are coming. See here. This is the India router and two networks are directly connected, 10 network and 172 network. Right.
Yeah.
So in India's routing table, it is C. C means directly connected. So we are here on router. All right.
Yeah.
We are here on the router, right?
Mm.
So this is my India branch office and this is my US branch office. And I was here. My router maintain a routing tables which by default contain routes of directly connected network only. Right.
Okay.
Okay. So this C indicates means directly connected network.
I
So my
see. Yeah.
routing table, yeah, my routing table is showing that 10 network is directly connected with fast Ethernet. And always remember that routing table shows the network address, not the proper address, because router consider network. All right.
Network. Okay.
Yeah. So it is written as network address. All right. So it is showing that 10 network is directly connected with fast Ethernet and 172 is directly connected with serial.
Serial.
Similar, similarly, similarly, here also it is showing that similarly here it is also showing on US router that two networks are directly connected, right? Two networks are directly connected. Okay, 192 and 172. All right.
Yeah.
So now let's say I want to communicate from India to US. So I am pinging from India to your computer. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And serial technology is using, we are using serial technology here. Now my computer will create a packet. Why I am calling it packet? Because at router level we called as packet. At
Yeah.
hub level, at hub level we called it a electrical signal. At switch level we called it frame, and at
Right.
router level we called it a packet. Okay.
Yeah.
So now my computer will create a packet in which there is a data. Source IP is my IP address. Destination is your PC IP address. Source MAC is my PC MAC address. Now here's the new point. Right now, till now, you have learned that in destination MAC address, your computer MAC address will come. Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that happen in local area network, not in MAN and WAN.
Yeah.
Right. In MAN and WAN, what happen? Your PC IP address will come in the destination IP, but in the destination MAC address, my router MAC address will come. All right.
Okay.
When source IP and destination IP, when source IP and destination IP are from different network, then destination MAC will be not your PC MAC address. Destination MAC will be my router's MAC address.
Okay.
Got it? This is the rule.